You got him, bro. No! He's on me! He's on me! He got him! Oh, the bracket, run!
This is Lethal Company, and it's one of the best games that have come out in 2023. As of recording, it has over 200,000 positive reviews on Steam, and it's taken over the internet by storm. The largest streamers like Valkyrae, Markiplier, and Ludwig have all played it, and their chats just can't get enough. On paper, it doesn't look like it should have gone viral at all. Lethal Company was created by a single dev named Zeekers, who first got started in game development with, you guessed it, Roblox. Its premise is simple. Pick a moon, find loot, get out alive. In doing so, you'll become a great asset to the mysterious company you're working for. Did I mention that it's a horror game? And it has all the makings of a horror game. Darkness, jump scares, scary monsters jumping in the darkness. Yet somehow, Lethal Company was able to reinvent the horror genre by fusing comedy and roguelike elements. Its randomly generated seed makes every day different, keeping the game fresh run after run. Every mistake, such as missing a jump or stepping into a landmine, becomes a slapstick comedy routine by how silly the characters look and move. Lethal Company has the ability to bring in both casual and hardcore gamers. It's no wonder it's become a viral hit. I could keep going, but there's one thing I haven't touched on, and it enhances everything in the best possible way: sound design. Lethal Company is not the first game to utilize voice proximity. In fact, many horror games use voice proximity as a staple of their gameplay. Phasmophobia and In Silence both use it as a method of building suspense of not knowing whether it's the monster or a ghost that's listening to you or your teammates. Adventure games such as Sea of Thieves use it as a primary method of communication with your team. Lethal Company combines both of these philosophies. First, it uses voice proximity as the primary method of communication with your fellow employees. There is a text chat feature, but it's gated by the distance away from your teammates and is often too slow when trying to relay that there's danger nearby. To build fear, Lethal Company also uses voice proximity to alert nearby monsters. However, the brilliant part is that there are very few monsters that can hear you and have negative consequences. As of version 45, the eyeless dogs seem to be the only ones that can hear nearby voices or sounds and then decide to attack in that general direction. All other mobs don't seem to find noise as a threat. In fact, the slimes are actually attracted to music from the boombox and will go to vibe with it instead. Having only one mob that will actively attack you for sound and spawns later in the day is an extremely smart choice. This way, you and your friends can still communicate and scream when encountering anything other than a dog.
The brackets, look behind you,
According to the Nashville Film Institute, Foley sounds are the sounds of actions that make scenes seem more real. For example, footstep sounds or material moving as someone walks. Lethal Company is full of Foley sounds. There's different footstep sounds depending on what kind of surface you're walking on. There's different sounds when you go down a staircase, or land from a height, and even climbing a ladder. There's environmental sounds such as doors swinging open and vents opening, signifying that a monster has just spawned. Each mob also gets their own Foley sounds. The loot bug and spider have very different skittering noises, so you can tell whether it's the mostly harmless loot bug or the very dangerous spider. The slime makes, you guessed it, slimy goo sounds, and the forest giant makes, you can guess again, giant footstep sounds. All of these Foley sounds immerses you into your gameplay, which is crucial in a horror game because how are you supposed to be scared if you're not paying attention? There's also a sense of accomplishment that you're becoming a master at identifying each sound. Lethal Company is very fair in the sense that if you hear one thing, you can identify what you heard. However, there's one other brilliant effect of all of these Foley sounds. As you play the game more, the more accustomed you get to all these sounds. This makes anything new that much scarier. What was that? Did anyone else hear this? Did I just make something up? Wait, I hear it again. Your heart starts racing, trying to identify what that sound was. This immediately brings back a wave of fear and anxiety and gives you a reminder that Lethal Company is actually a horror game. You slowly peek around a corner, anticipating it's a new monster that you've never seen before, only to learn that it's actually someone's mic picking up their cat yodeling in the background for food. What makes all of the previous sounds so much more impactful is the absence of sound. Zeekers made the brilliant decision of abruptly cutting off the voice proximity as soon as your character meets their untimely demise. Your voice immediately gets cut off. The best part is, you get to hear your friend's last words, and most of the time, they're not the most eloquent. While your mic is muted when your character is dead, you can spectate and chat with others who also face their unfortunate end. This makes the worst part of the game, aka being out of it, actually fun. All the dead chat can discuss how each person died, laughing about everyone's experience. Simultaneously, this built-in muting also allows those who are still in the game to continue as usual, maintaining their horror game immersion. All of this creates impeccable comedic timing. The comedic timing breaks all anxiety and fear building up to that moment, instantly making the game more fun and enjoyable, even to those who aren't fans of the horror genre. Whether Zeekers realized it or not, they created a perfect case study in how sound design can effortlessly elevate a fairly simple concept. Would Lethal Company have gone as viral if it was missing one sound element? Perhaps, but all of these elements together make it a fun and highly replayable experience for everyone. There's nothing quite like experiencing the scare and comedic relief firsthand, and at $10 USD, you really can't beat the price. So what are you waiting for? Grab a group of friends and go be a great asset.